call, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's Tier
I just
2
wanna see the
showtime!
light.
And they're on in a race time. But I know which way to go, left or right. It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
And that puts in Rapture on the podium.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull. It's the Reds who win.
I was muted this whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Moose Racing's Tier 1 show of Japan. And as you can see, it is very, very wet out there. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of times we can see from this Tier 1 drivers, as they're the best drivers that we have to offer, MRL. See, Logan is on a lap to Chuby. Ferrari Nut was the first one to go out there. And I wonder what I was saying before I realized that I was muted like a dingus. If they're going to go out there on heavy fuel loads and try to put it in, you know, let's say like 2 or 3 laps, come back in, try another 2 or 3 laps on fresh sets. But I'm assuming that once we get a dry line, laps times will drop. Let's go Henry. Henry, looks like you got a fan out there. He's still in the pits, though. I'm interested to see what's going to happen on this. I do not know if the race is going to be rainy as well, but qualifying for sure is a wet one. See, everybody is slipping and sliding like crazy at the moment. Oops, Chewy puts our first lap in at a 1:38.7. Sorry, not coming in on a 1:42.99. It's only going to improve once this track starts getting a dry line out there, more people on the track. As you can see, most of our drivers are out there. We actually have a pretty decent grid today of 13 drivers. Logan puts on a 1:41. Mato is able to put in there. Pretty stable, actually. Looks like Brynut's on a recharge lap, but still pushing pretty hard. Probably trying to get some heat into those tires. I can already see a dry line wanting to form. Oh, big old drift from Kareem right there. That was pretty crazy to watch. Got some Santa Raptor. I like the name on there, but unfortunately invalidates that lap. To see if they're going to try to start another one right now. As I could definitely tell that blinking light in the rear turned off, so they probably turned on full heat right there. What do you say hi to Kippy? He's taking a nap on the couch. Let's go through the field as it looks like most of everybody is out on the lap, but Andy and Zyros have not gone out yet. Because I got a feeling I know what Andy and Zyros are doing. We're going to wait till about 10 minutes to go, put about 4, maybe even 8 laps of fuel in there, and run the rest of it, hoping for a dry line out there. But I hate to say it, but it almost looks like the rain is kind of increasing right now. As Santa Cloud. I'm loving the names I'm getting from everybody right now. We got Santa Raptor and Santa Cloud. Which, by the way, to everybody, Happy New Year. Hope it was a good one for you, and the holidays were also very good for you. Had a yellow flag for a second, but I think that was just clear traffic trying to get out of the way. As Cookie has joined yet again a little late, but this time I think they're going to be able to put some laps in instead of start from dead last and showing us how it's done from there. Got going on here. Kareem's coming out of the pits. I wonder if Andy, Andy is still sitting in there. I wonder if Kareem is waiting for what I said before. Wait till the track dries up a little bit. Put in enough fuel to run the rest of qualifying, which would make sense. Never mind. Kareem was coming to the pits. I am not intelligent. Edge puts in a Winbro. Put in a 140.28. So far, the fastest we've seen is Santa Cloud with a 138. As our two Santa Clauses are going at it pretty close right here for qualifying. 138.469 for Raptor, which is a pretty quick time. Not able to get up to the Santa Cloud time. Tubi's on an outlap. Let's see if it can do anything to get closer. The qualifying is pretty close up there. The Ferrari not looks like he's starting a lap right now. Looking pretty stable. I'm not sure if we're going to see rain or not in the race. Normally, if you see rain in qualifying, you do not see rain in the race, but I don't know. I didn't see it. Can I join? No, unfortunately. This is a sanctioned league, so it's only on our full-time drivers or reserve seats. You'd have to go through the MRL Discord if you wanted to join. Which at the end of this, we can definitely send you an invite so you can see how it all works and read the profiles and sign up for it. This is tier 1 of 3 tiers we have this season. Normally we have about 4, sometimes even 5 tiers of different drivers, skill sets, and everything. Tier 1 is the best of what we have for MRL or Moose Racing League. Let's go ahead and see right here is Santa Cloud is on an outlap. Let's see, I was on Ferrari Nut. Is Ferrari Nut improving? Massive improvements from Ferrari Nut right now. He is down almost 2 seconds on his original time. That's going to put him up there pretty good, it looks like. Let's see what he can finish out with this one. See what he can do right here. Big improvements, a 139.50. I think he's got enough time to put another lap in there, but those tires going to be old on. And Andrew, of course, if you would like to join Moose Racing League, we are at the end, close to the end of this season, but we run seasons. They go about 8, sometimes about 8 races long, and we'll put you in a tier. We'll get that all set up for you after that. If you would like, you can message. If somebody else is in here, like MRK, if you're here, could you please message him and see if he would like to join and get set up in the tier system? Let's see here. Let's see if Santa Cloud is improving at all. It's going to be weird to say that. I know I should just say Cloud, but I'm going to say Santa Cloud and Santa Raptor for this entire race in light of the spirits of this naming. Got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, and actually that might give him a little bit of a tow. Still have about 4 drivers that have not put a time in. Obviously, Nick Aro is not a part of qualifying. I'm not sure if they have a quali van or not. Tachubi coming out there with the fastest. Oh my goodness, Santa Cloud, that was a little bit of impeding right there from that kick. Was that Zyros? But what kind of time is Santa Cloud going to be? He just runs right into the pits. I don't think you're going to have enough time left on the board right there. What are we going to see is Farina is in the pits. I think we might see one more lap. Low fuel. See what they can do. Chubi puts in the fastest right now of a 137.530. Kareem gonna do that and call it quits with a 138.037. Gonna be in second at the moment, but I do not know. I do not see the time that is left on here. Go down here and see anybody else. Let's see if Andy is going to put in a lap here in a second. It's like still just on their out, or not even out lap, maybe a recharge lap. Looks like they're starting a lap. See if they're going to use all that battery right now. Got everybody else on an out lap. Like I said, they're going to go in there, put a low fuel setting on, fresh set of intermediate tires, and see what kind of time they can put in. This guy here is Andy, put in a 2:09.3. Logan with a 1:41. Oh, Logan jumps up with a 1:38.1 as the track is 100% improving right now. Fix something real quick. There we go. Sorry, I just noticed the camera was off a little bit right there. Hopefully this race, my earpiece doesn't fall apart in my ear, and I look down when the most exciting thing happens on the race. As you can see right now, that dry line, we got 2 minutes and 5 seconds left of this race, or of this qualifying. Dry line's out there. I think we're going to see some massive improvements as Tsuchibi is on an out lap. Going to call it, or get it real close. Lap times are about 1:37, so that means he's going to be barely making it across the time as Andy puts in a 1:37.8. 7-1 for P2 at the moment, just edging out Kareem. Looks like we got Santa Rapper out there. A little higher on his time, probably recharging the battery, getting ready for another one. Winbo retired from the session, as Cookie also is not going to put in any qualifying. Winbo is currently 7th with that 1:38.50. Got a gaggle of cars right here. Everybody very close. Ferrari not invalidated a lap, but has time, it looks like, to potentially get another one going. Cool his tires off as much as possible. Recharge that battery. Let's see how Ferrari Nut starts that. Maybe Santa Raptor, by the way. Let's see if they're on a lap currently as they get one going. They're already down in their time because you can see how much quicker they're able to put the power down with that dry line. Oh my gosh, look at that drift from Santa Raptor right there. That was impressive to hold on to that. As we are in overtime of qualifying, the last laps we're going to see are right now whoever's on track. We're going to see some faster lap times for sure as that dry line's looking good. Hopefully you don't overheat your intermediates by the end of this lap. See what kind of time. Santa Raptor is down about half a second as Santa Cloud puts in a 1:36.007. Over a second and a half faster than Tsuchibi and P2. See if Tsuchibi is on a lap right now themselves, so they're going to be able to improve and answer back to what Cloud was able to put in. If Tsuchibi's improving at all. Actually go back down to Santa Raptor real quick, as I did not see what his Sector 2 time was, but I guarantee you it's an improvement. Ferrari now also down almost a full second on their time. It's going to be a little rough to catch up, but it might definitely improve where they're at. Ferrari not retires from qualifying right there. Must have invalidated. Santa Raptor comes into the 1:36.6, and Tsuchibi does improve to a 1:36.8, but that puts him down to third. as Zyrus comes in and takes away fourth from Matto. Oh. I knew it was going to be tricky to try to call that out at the end of that because everybody was on that last and final lap when they knew the track was going to be its warmest and driest line out there. As we're going to go through our starting order with Santa Cloud, Raptor, Tutubi, Zyros, Andy, Matto, Henry, Kareem, Logan, Happy Like Pie, Edge, Gwenbro, Ferrari Nut, and Cookie. And it looks like I'm pretty sure Nick Aro is our last. So we have 15 drivers coming into this, which is exciting. Let's see if I can fix my mic a little bit. Sorry, I am on the East Coast, so it gets dark early here. Looks like a dry race, but cold and potential for rain is what I'm seeing out there. So does that mess with your setups? I wonder if everybody out there was running a different setup for qualifying, or were they running their loose setups for a dry race? Only time will tell, and we're going to see. Torpedo time. Uh-oh. Fletcher says torpedo time. That was like me in Tier 2. I was doing everything I could, then got in a little tussle with MRK, and then got that drive-through. It happens. Racing is racing. Yeah, Fletcher, by the way, after I got that drive-through, I got really mad and unfocused when I missed that corner completely right in front of you. Aw, poo. Yeah, it happens. It's racing. MRL is not very kind to me when I'm racing. The worst luck. It's all right. When you have a couple seasons of good luck in other racing leagues, I think you're due for one season of bad luck. Yeah, VSCs are lame. I was at 0.2 in the green, 0.2 seconds in the green, and then like that, it went to 0.04 in the red without even me changing anything or doing anything, and it was right when the VSC ended, and it gave me the drive-through, and I was up a creek without a paddle. I agree, Fletcher. I agree. It happens. It's just my luck. It's all right. Next season, hopefully I have better luck. I feel like racing in general, any tier, any racing that you're in, it's about 80% skill, maybe even a little less, 75% skill, and about 35% daggone luck. Gotta have cars spin out in front of you, people battle in front of you when they're trying to, and you get lucky and you get the pass, or a safety car comes out, or the VSC saves you. In any tier, a safety or a caution or whatever you want to say in any type of racing, sometimes they fall your way, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're the lucky one where the car in front of you makes a mistake. Sometimes you're the car that makes a mistake. It's just what it is. Yeah, I agree. That math isn't that math doesn't math. But I was just saying it quick as we go in 5 red lights. Oh, we got a jump already. Who is the jumper right there? Who just took off and jumped? We got to watch this beginning, though. I'll come back to that in a second. As we got a car going outside into the dirt. Everybody else in the front's looking clean. Kareem retired from the session. As we got another car going sideways. Who is that? That looks like Tachubi is going sideways as we got cars slowing down left and right on this chaotic start. Full-blown safety car is what I'm assuming. Oh my goodness. Was it Cookie that jumped that? Bro is correct. What did I just watch? He saw the light and dipped. 100% correct. What did we just watch? That was the craziest start I've ever seen. Like Matto up here, let's go ahead and take a look at, should have a drive-through. Of course, drive-through, and Chichubi with a 10-second down here. That's going to be a bunch of pain for that. Matto with the drive-through. Can't do it underneath safety car either, or is this VSC? It's not telling me. I know I'm probably being dumb right here. MRK, also, could you please, Andrew, message in the beginning of this, could you go up there and send him a link or how to join Moose Racing League? What did we just watch? Matto's going to have to serve a drive-through, but like I said, this is going to be a full-blown safety car. He is not allowed to serve that under safety car, so he's going to have to wait for the start of the race. Then Chichubi with a 10-second. Going to go in already and pit and change his tires and serve that 10-second, which I don't disagree with. Get rid of that right away in the race. It's actually a smart call from Chichubi, if the game allows it. Yeah, I saw the yellow dot once I realized that, MRK. I think this is a great call from Chichubi right here with that 10-second. Go ahead and get rid of it right now. We didn't even finish a quarter of a lap before we had this come out. Who was the car? I think it was Edge that decided to turn his car into a off-road truck for a second there and just went straight through the sand, pulling a Max Verstappen, but didn't really work out well for him like Max did in Mexico. But I think this is a beautiful call from the Chichubi. Beautiful call. Unlucky to get the 10-second, but beautiful decision to come in immediately and throw on another set of hards, obviously going to the harder allocation tires, and clear him out from that. That's going to help him out. Andrew, if you see that, it's underneath stream description and the Discord link. Go ahead and click on that and sign up. We'll get you in the next season. We got to see you do a couple practice races before we allow you in. Peak Racing. Kiwi, I'm not really sure this is Peak Racing. We didn't even see anything happen yet. That was just chaos. I think Chaos Racing was the better choice. All right, we're definitely going to see the safety car out for another lap. Has to do at least one full lap, I believe, if I remember correctly. Been a while since I've seen a safety car. What's happened here? What's going on here? Lost control of everything. Oh, it's because safety car took over. I haven't seen this in a while. Took over complete control. I can't even look at anything. Settings are interesting right there. I don't think that's supposed to be in place. I agree with that, Burn. Something happened with the settings. That's not supposed to happen. Now, that is an old school thing where it skips through the safety cars. I haven't seen that in forever. Now we're going to go green. The settings were a little jacked up right there. What's going to happen right here? Matto drops down to 10th with that drive-through. Because of the drive-through, I think. Goes a lap down because of it. Yeah, the settings are jacked up. I hate to say this, but something weird is happening right here. We got ghost cars. Something weird is going on at this lobby, and I do not know what to say about this. We're underway racing again. Fletcher, I don't think I fully disagree with you. Something weird just happened, but I am not the one person to say you're gonna have to message mod on this. I'm just a commentator. I do not make these decisions. Let me click in here real quick. Sorry, folks. Sorry. I apologize. I apologize for missing the racing. I agree. I am sorry. I think it might be a potential restart, but I do not have that decision. Everybody's going to have to message mod and see if it's going to be a restart. I do not have control over this. We can keep the same starting order, which I have. But I think this might require a lobby restart, but I do not have control over this. We have a slight agreement to restart, but I, like I said, do not have the call. I am okay with doing a restart because Chichubi does a DNF, so I think some people are agreeing on the restart. I will message mod real quick. I will mute myself and I apologize in stream. MRK, I agree with you. It should be a restart, but I do not have control over that. Could you please get a hold of mod and see what they say? If you're watching this, lobby is broken. We are looking to see. Yes, we will start the race from where the starting order should be. If we restart this, we still do not have confirmed restart yet, everybody. Okay. All right. Everybody that is watching and paying attention, we're going to do a lobby restart. We are doing a lobby restart. Please retire from the race. Retire from the race. We are going to do a restart from the starting order completely. It'll be a dry race, or I don't think we're allowed to do that. I don't think in this league, in the rules, we are allowed to do a dry race from it. It still has to be set up to the same. It might rain. I have the restart order. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still watching, give us a second. We are going to restart this lobby. Please stand by. We will get this running. If I cannot end the stream, if I end the stream, it will disappear. Here, I'll put this on just for the stream.
So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's
I
Tina
just
Doom
wanna see the
Showtime!
light.
In the round, in a great time. But I know which way to go, left or right. It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
Try when she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright.
And that puts in Rapture on the podium.
I just wanna see the light.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull. It's
I
the
just wanna
who
see
wins.
the light. go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's
Yeah, I just wanna see the
showtime!
light.
And they're on in a great time.
But I know which way to go, left or right. You're
It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
Try when she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright.
and that puts Rapture on the podium.
I just wanna see the light.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull.
I
It's
just wanna
who
see
wins.
the light. So let go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's
I just wanna see the
showtime!
light.
And they're on in a great time.
But I know which way to go, left or right. You're
It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
Try when she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright.
and that puts Rapture on the podium.
I just wanna see the light.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull.
I
It's
just wanna
who
see
wins.
the light. So let go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light.
It's
I just wanna see the
showtime!
light.
And they're on in a great time.
But I know which way to go, left or right. You're
It's all eyes on the Ferrari. Stylo has done the impossible. This is the move. This is the moment.
And that pushing Rapture on the podium.
But it's this man who comes home victorious. It's Red Bull and who wins.
We're about to start once again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look. As you can see, clear skies. Everything's looking great as it was in the start of the race, which is good. Starting order will be the exact same as it was from qualifying, but we're going to go ahead and give this another try at this. Oop, hit mute. My bad. Waiting for everybody to get in here, everybody to get their setups in. I've already said this multiple times in the game chat. It just had a bad lobby on that one, which happens in this game. This game looks to jump up and bite you with the beautiful, beautiful EA servers. Believe me, they could do better. They have messed me up a few times, ladies and gentlemen. They definitely have. It's unfortunate is now I have to use the restroom right when this goes to start, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until this race settles in, and then I can go to the bathroom. Because as you saw in that first attempt of Tier 1 racing, the start was absolutely insane. Here we go. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And what a long light. Very long light, very long light. I'm going to wait. Let's go ahead and watch this whole thing. Back down here, are we going to have a clean go through? Everybody's doing a lot much better job this time. We don't see anybody going off-roading right there. Everybody's holding on much better, much better. I'm liking what I'm seeing as Friday Night goes a little bit wide right there. Gets a little bit hung up. Trying to push a little too hard, it looks like. Oh, let's see where Nick's at on that one. Okay, let's go back up to Santa Cloud. The great start as we go through the field right here. As Chubi is in third, Santa Raptor's in fourth, or I'm sorry, in second. Zyros is down in fourth, Andy. And oh, we got a car sideways back here. It looks like it is Kareem. Oh, that's going to be tough to get caught back up in this DRS train. Or actually not. Do they have any damage? Let's see. I don't see any damage on that car. Should be able to get back up in there. I know it's about a 10-second difference, but everybody's going to go. We got another McLaren running wide right there. Is trying to hold on as both Alpines get by. As you look at Cookie, one of our favorites to start dead the last. He's really good at doing that. All right, Nick Aro, and then we're going to come back up here. Is Nick Aro, what kind of penalty did they get from that? Probably a 3-second. Let's see right in the beginning of this race, a drive-through penalty. That is unfortunate. And a 10-second, that's going to be probably the end of the race for Nick Aro on that one. With the 10-second, looked like a little bit of wing damage, trying to rush in there. That is unfortunate. Santa Cloud, Kareem gets a 10-second going into the pits as well. Another jump. I agree. Was that that the jump from Nick Aro right there? Let's see as we settle into this race for a second. As Cloud just getting out of the DRS already from Raptor. All right, now let's try to get this set up a little bit. What are we going to see going through this group as we settle in a little bit? As Cloud puts in the fastest lap, obviously our first lap out there, but it looks like the Chewie might have a little bit of pace coming up on Raptor, but we'll see. It's very, very, very hard to pass on this track. Settled in right there as Raptor is holding off to Chewie. I think this type of race as we're... Oh, what just happened here? Cloud, class of the field as it looks like, just running away with it, almost up to 3 seconds. Hold a gap on Chichubi as Chichubi is gotten by Raptor. I wonder if Chichubi can do anything to catch back up to Cloud right here. That's going to be a tough one to see what any close battles, as everybody is kind of spread out a little bit, coming down there to about where Andy's at in front of Henry. All right, let's come back down here. I apologize for that. Dealing with phone issues in my stream. Settle in right here as Henry is right behind Andy. Andy is, we got a DRS train. Because if you look up here, actually Raptor is still pretty close to Chichubi. Not able to do much. Let's see what kind of tires we're looking at right here. Maybe that's going to make more sense on what we're seeing. Is yes, that does make more sense. Cloud on the mediums, able to get out there to run away. As Chichubi and Raptor are on the hards. Going to try to go for that long run in the beginning. That's going to be interesting at the end of this. See if those mediums are going to be able to do anything. I mean, they're not falling too far back as they're starting to get that momentum back on Cloud. They were about, Cloud was about 3 seconds ahead. Now he's down to about 2.3. So that's going to really make a huge difference on that tire difference. Let's go to Raptor. Raptor is just going to latch on to the back of Chichubi. As obviously Chichubi looks a little bit quicker, but Raptor's going to use all the straight line speed. I'm sorry, not that. The the DRS and everything you can down that back long straight. Zyros back here, though, should be improving pretty good. Obviously making some distance on Andy. I think that tire change is going to work for him pretty good. Probably going to be stuck around P4 unless we see some action out of those, like, you know, top 3 drivers. Some little battling back and forth, but I don't see much more than that. As we come down to Henry, Henry is leading. Look how long that DRS train is right now. Look how long this is. It is. Let's go from Andy right here. We go. 1. Andy's starting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. All in a DRS train. Actually, I take that back. Gwenbro did not get DRS on that one. Cookie did, though. Cookie making up time from 14th. Not bad. Not the best I've seen from him, but it's a long play. This track is hard to pass. As Ferrari Nuts in P10, looking pretty good, but this track is still really hard to pass. Hopefully they can run long on those mediums. Let's see that time. It's still about 2:77. Never take that back. They gained it back a little bit. These mediums putting in work around 6, 7 laps, maybe even lap 8. You're going to see that time difference. You're going to see that fall a little bit. Let's see. Chat, what do we think is going to happen? Do you think Chichubi and Raptor, say it's a Raptor, are on a little bit better of a strategy? I mean, they're not falling back far enough, in my opinion, because those mediums are going to fall off in the next 2 to 3 laps. I don't know. Cloud is a tire whisperer really quick, but you tell me. Everybody watching this race, I need some input. Tell me what you think. Because I think, unfortunately, back down to Zyros, we're only going to see a battle between the top 3 unless Zyros has some tricks up there, but they're slowly falling. Henry makes a pass on Andy down the DRS straight, which is really hard, but unfortunately for Andy, did not have DRS. And everybody's on the same tires besides Zyros up here. Let's see if Henry can do anything with Zyros, because like I said, that tire changeover is right about this time. You would think. Yes, Andrew. I don't know. Can you tell us what you play on? Do you have F1? Do you play on Xbox, PlayStation, or anything like that? Turn the track sprinklers on. I mean, if we don't, we might catch fire. It's not like we've never seen that ever happen in Japan. This dry track catch on fire. Zyros is down to 5.5. Henry is actually putting some time in on Zyros because, like I said, those mediums are going to start falling off, but I don't think we're going to see too much. Cloud is actually able to hold off Raptor as Raptor got by Chichubi. I did not see that. I was looking down at chat. Okay, Andrew, what you're going to need to do is you could download Discord on your phone, and you could figure it out that way. Please, MRK or anybody like that, if you could help them out, we can add somebody to this league, and I think it'd be really fun. We're going to go back to the racing action as Cloud just almost pulled 3 seconds right there. Obviously really quick right there. Cloud probably running the most minimal amount of wings, and when you're running the most minimal amount of wings, ask me if I know this or not, when you're in the lead, it's really hard to catch. Juby's actually fallen off a little bit right there. Maybe he's trying to save some tires or get in that comfy zone behind Raptor and try to hold on to it. Let's go ahead and go back through the field. We're going to start from the back really quick as Edge is falling off the pace pretty hard. And it looks like maybe a mistake or a tire change. I haven't seen that. Let's see here. What kind of pit stops are we looking at? Nobody's really pitted yet. So let's see. Let's go back up to interval. Frying up back here. Running back in 12th. Lost 2 more positions last time I checked through. Logan looking pretty good. Looking stable, looking fast, but on those mediums, we're probably going to see the medium tires pit within the next 3, maybe even 4 laps. Gwenbro looking good, but also falling about 3 seconds behind from that pack. Happy Like Pie back in 9th, still in that DRS, chasing down Matto, as we see about a 4, maybe even 5-car DRS train right here, which kind of hurts your tires, makes it really hard to pass, makes it really hard to do anything. You got to set up, but then at the same time, when you're trying to set up that pass in DRS, you got to make sure you don't get passed by the person behind. It is really, really, really tricky. Andy, let's see what Andy's doing. Falling back a little bit behind Henry. Let's see here. He is out of the DRS from Henry. Henry is pushing pretty hard, but he's still far. Kind of lap times. Lap time's a little tough, as Cloud is also just pulling away right now. And if Cloud's able to pull away on those mediums that are 9 laps old, I'm sorry. The rest of the field, you're done for. It just doesn't make sense. The hard tires should be kicking in about now. But the fact that Cloud is able to run this... Yeah, looks like we're settling right here. I hate to say this, but I think this is Cloud's race to lose yet again. Which, by the way, everybody, welcome back after a long holiday break. Looks like Raptor and Tsuchibi are quicker in this section, but Cloud just pulls away so hard on the longer straights and the quicker corners. Has to be running, in my opinion, has to be running a lower downforce setup. Sounds good, Andrew. If you're into racing F1, if you know anybody else that's into racing F1, please bring them. We need more people to join MRL. Ooh, that could have been a warning. That was tough. Nobody has a penalty, but it looks like Cloud is in the pits, going to go to the hard tires. These hard tires are probably going to want to run. I don't even know. That's a tough setup. Everybody in the chat right now, what do you think? Well, how far do you think those hard tires are going to run? Anybody that knows more than me, how far do you think those are going to run? Let's see here. Let's go back down through the field. See, everybody's kind of splitting up a little bit, like Tsuchibi lost the DRS from Raptor. Henry is trying to get back into... Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, trying his best to get back into Zyros' DRS right now. We're obviously going to see all these medium runners. Let's go ahead and see all these medium runners. Zyros is probably going to have to pit this lap, maybe next lap. Like we kind of settled down a little bit. 15 is what I'm hearing. 15, ladies and gentlemen, is what you're going to see. The hard tires, give or take, going to pit 14, 15, 16, I'm going to say is where they're going to want to pit. They're going to be a low fuel, so those medium tires will definitely last a lot longer. Got a little excitement right here, as it looks Matto is trying to chase down Andy right now for that P6. See if there's any more action. We got a little bit right here as we have a group of 3 between Xyros, Henry, and Cookie. Cookie, yet again, ladies and gentlemen, yet again, driving from dang near dead last all the way up here. Cookie is a masterclass of driving through the field. It's almost like that's what they prefer. Every single time. I'm absolutely impressed with how much every single time I commentate Tier 1 and I see what's going on. Thank you, Eruption, on that one. $15 at the earliest on the hard tires, as we see Xyros pitting on the hardest. Actually pushed that pretty far to lap 13. That's actually impressive. So we go back down to this group. A little bit of excitement on the track right now as we have another group. Actually, let's go see what's happening right here. Andy, Matto, and Cloud, as Cloud is trying to get his way back through the field on those much newer hards, but has to play this safe because the other cars are on the old tires. If you try to pass somebody when they're on old tires, they might try to hang in there and get loose on the inside of you or the outside of you and take you out. So this is a really tricky play. Obviously, Cloud is the class of the field today, but it's really hard to make it through when everybody else is on those old tires trying to survive. Let's go ahead and check any other battles we have on the track right now. A little hard. Looks like our top 6 are still on old hards, which makes sense. Now, where Cookie's at. Just got passed by Henry. Actually, no, I take that back. Did I miss something? I thought there was 3 cars here. Did we have a car pit? I don't know. Go ahead and see. Let's go back up to this battle we have right here. Are we going to see a pass from Cookie to Henry? Of course we do. There's no way Henry was going to be able to hold it off with no DRS, and Cookie was able to hold on really good through that S section. As you see that light blinking, going to save that battery again to try to make sure that Henry doesn't have a pass back on him. Cookie up to P3. That is before pit cycles. As you can see it push a little wide right there, that little understeer. That means those hards are screaming. Got about 4 laps, maybe at max, left in those tires. Cloud doing the same. Going to push that about 3-4 more laps. But the biggest issue we have, I'm sorry, Raptor up there, is Cloud. Cloud gets by Matto, but is definitely getting held up on raw pace right now. I assume that Cloud is going to be able to get by Andy, without a doubt right here. But if Raptor and Satubi can get in clean air when they pit, that's going to make a massive difference on if they're going to be able to do anything. Because those mediums will definitely be better tires. Definitely be better tires. And a lighter fuel, they're going to last longer. They're going to be more sporty, but that last lap might be a little hard if they have the battle. As we come back down to Cloud, is Cloud going to be able to, he's definitely going to be able to make this pass in the DRS. I do not see any reason not to, unless Andy has a bunch of battery and very low wings. There's no way. Here comes Cloud. That's what I thought. as we're a little bit over halfway through this race. I think Cloud is in good position now. It's going to be in clean air, but I definitely slowed him down from what Raptor and Chichubi are going to be able to do, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. They're about... yeah, the pit cycle and everything on those hards and how much speed Cloud has. I take that back. Let's go back up to... Go back up to leader right here. Cloud is 14 seconds behind. Can somebody in chat tell me what they think? Yeah, I agree, MRK. MRK, question for you and everybody else in there. What is your pit stop time? As Cloud is down to 14 seconds. Just gained 2 seconds when I looked down for a second. Cloud is disgustingly fast right now. That does not even make sense. Cloud putting the fastest lap in on a... Oh, that takes about 2 laps for those hards to come in. What do you think the pit stop time is? I mean, he's down to 13, 14 seconds. That is insane. That is going to be rough. It's going to be rough for anybody else to keep up there. I think where we're going to see the battle mainly is for second and third between these two. Between Raptor and Chichubi, we're going to see some battle. And Cookie might be able to do something. Obviously showing some pace, but I mean, it's really hard to make any difference from when you start in 14th and you're up to third, which is insane. And look at that. Look at that. Cloud, obviously, in those new tires, eating away at that time of the leader. Down to 13 seconds instantly. But obviously, those medium tires are going to be able to do something, but it's going to be tough because Cloud was able to whisper out those tires really, really, really well. Got Raptor coming to the pits. And I knew it. 10 seconds. That's going to take Raptor out of this challenge. Unfortunately, but Chichubi and Raptor are still going to want to pit, but Raptor staying out an extra lap. That's going to make it interesting because Cloud's going to, I'm sorry, Raptor's going to come out on better mediums for a second, and it's going to hold Chichubi up, and that's going to really affect their chances of chasing down Cloud. See what kind of track position that Raptor's in. Raptor's in clean air. What about Chichubi? Chichubi should be in clean air, and that could help him. Help both of them, but I mean, Raptor with that 10-second time penalty is going to be rough. I agree with you. This race is putting you to sleep. I'm trying my best because we got a little bit of a battle back here. It's hard to get a race exciting when the race itself is not exciting. You can't talk enough. You can't excite it enough. Maybe I can put some hope into some concepts here because I think, in all honesty, Chichubi is in a good position, but I don't think it's going to be enough time. As what I've learned from the great and wise MRK, you need time to pass. You need time to get that going, to get up there and do anything. And it looks like Cloud is just building too much, unless there is a safety car or something along the lines, which I just don't foresee happening with 12 cars on the track. Matto, actually, take that back. Let's see here as Chichubi is in the pits. It's definitely going to be behind Raptor. Raptor Chichubi should be in clean air. Should have better tires. Should be able to allow Chichubi to push as hard as they want for as long as they want. Now, it's all about battery, which I will not show you battery percentage because that gives somebody out there an advantage, and I will not be doing that. We will see if that medium plays out for Raptor. Obviously, at that 10-second time penalty ain't going to do much to Cloud, but it looks like Still should come in third at worst because I know Raptor's going to put in much better much faster times than what Cloud's going to be able to do, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get first. Got a little bit of a battle coming on back here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and change this to intervals and see who is within DRS or doing anything. Looks like Henry is trying to work on Cookie. Actually, what? Has Cookie pitted yet? Yes, Cookie has pitted. Henry has just pitted. So those mediums, which by the way, the mediums light up immediately. They're really quick instantly. Unlike the hards where they take about a lap to a lap and a half to really get going. So that kind of affected, in my personal opinion, on what Cloud was able to do. But Cloud obviously is just class to the field. Raptor really hasn't gained anything. Let's see here if Cookie is able to do anything, get up there and fight. I think I'm more anticipating and excited to see what Cookie is able to do than anybody else in this field, because unfortunately with Raptor, that 10-second time penalty, and Tsuchubi pretty far back, unless they're able to push much harder and run that down. I mean, they're still 3.5 seconds back on Raptor just because of that 1 lap difference of pitting. That's how much an undercut makes a difference here. I think the only time you're going to see that is in the last 5 or 6 laps, which I will be right back. So I'm rereading this. He on X game mode. He's on X game mode. Cloud right there. Oh, we have Tsuchubi. Uh-oh. That's going to affect a lot of what I think is going to happen, because I thought Tsuchubi was going to run there. Now we have a battle for P3. Cookie versus Zyros is what I agree on. Cookie obviously has the pace. And don't forget what I just saw back there. Who was that? Cookie's up to 5th. Gonna get by, hopefully, Zyros right here. No, I misread that. Not Tsuchubi. Tsuchubi lost some time, but is too far ahead, fortunately. I agree. Let's see here. We actually have Henry, Cookie, and Zyros right here. As Raptor was able to gain some time. Let's see if Cookie's going to be in that window. Is he going to go for the pass? I don't see why not. He's close enough to make it happen. The question is if Henry's going to want to follow through. Cookie goes for the pass right here. Holding on to it. But looks like Zyros stays with it. What commitment levels from Zyros right there. He did not want to lift. He held it as hard open as he could right there. I'm actually absolutely impressed with kind of setup and everything that Zyros was able to run right there and hold that wide open. Let's see. Let's go back down a little bit right here. We've got a little small battle. We're going to come back up to this battle. There really isn't too many other places that you want to pass. As you get a little bit of a lockup from Zyros right there. It's a tricky corner at that downhill left-hander full 180 corner. I know the race for the win is kind of boring, but what I'm seeing back here for 4th, 5th, and 6th is kind of exciting as Cookie gets a little sideways right there. Touch that inside curb. You ever touch that inside curb, it'll really upset that car. Really make it interesting to hold on to, but it's easy to recover. Now, how close does Cookie want to get? Cookie doesn't want to get too close right here and be able to save the exit, because if you get too close, it'll really hurt your entry and affect your exit. Looking clean from Cookie. Cookie's going to go for this again, but is Zyros going to be able to hold it off? Zyros definitely burning everything they have. I think Cookie's going to have to wait another lap, rebuild that battery. We're winding down the laps right here. As actually, as you come up to here, Raptor is gaining on Cloud. But obviously that 10-second time penalty doesn't mean much. And Chubi sitting pretty comfortably in 3rd. Probably still going to be able to come in 2nd. Our top 3 should stay where they're at. You never know. Accidents happen. We're going to come back down to this main battle. Really exciting to see right here. Everybody's pulling out every trick they can think of. Really tricky track. Do you want to wait a little bit? Send it. Oh my God, Cookie locks up a little bit, gets a little bit of a hit from Henry behind right there. Actually probably helped him get out of that corner, in all honesty. A little bit more oomph. I'm sure Henry isn't happy about that because he was running a clean line. Got a small battle behind him between Matto and Andy, but coming back up here. Oh my goodness! So Andy's trying to pass him right now instead of waiting for the DRS. He's letting him know, hey, I'm here. I'm here to party. We're going to do this. As you look, as Henry breaks a little free, Cookie has to make this pass now. As he's going to go for it. Now, does Zyros have an answer next lap? Is he going to save his battery? Yes, as you can see him blinking right there, I think he's just flat out quicker than what Zyros is. So that's going to be bad news for Zyros because you can see the tire advantage here. Zyros is on 10-lap old hards, and even Henry, now he's got to worry about Henry getting past him. It's going to be a tough one. I think Zyros might fall down to 6th after this next one because it looks like Cookie is checking out. See how Chuchubi's doing because he had that little bit of a mess up earlier. Still well clear of Cookie. I don't think there's enough time and laps left on the board for Cookie to do much more than P4, but goodness, 10 positions. 10 positions for Cookie yet again, putting him a class act, starting that far down. As you can see, our leaders of Cloud, Raptor, and Tsuchubi kind of in a race of their own. Two kind of fast laps as Raptor actually put in the fastest lap by a decent margin, about a second faster. Tsuchubi, it was pretty close to the first one. Let's go ahead and let's cut back down to this battle as I think I'm taking from you guys. This battle as Henry got by Zyros because those older tires is able to. Now, can Henry get back up there with Cookie? I don't know. Let's see the tires again one more time. Henry is on 1 lap newer tires. I mean, the way tires degrade here, when they fall off those mediums, they fall off hard. So Henry might have an opportunity at the end of this race. We're going to settle down here for a second. Let's go ahead and go through our field starting from 12th. Like Logan is pretty far back from Gwenbro. Had an interesting race. Is on the sauce right now. Going to go up to, to Gwenbro on the softs as well. Not having the greatest race they want. Edge sitting on the hards, probably trying to run those long. I'm not going to hop back to the tires. So it looks like Andy gets by Matto up here. Is happy like pie down in P9. Yes, but Andy, was that too soon to make that pass? Was that too soon? Are we going to see a dive bomb? Yes, we are. We're going to see a little bit of side-by-side. No. Oh. Never mind. It looks like Matto was being a little smart right there. I think if Matto had any opportunity to get past Andy right there, he should have done it right then and there. As Andy is up in P7, looking pretty strong. Not the race they wanted, as obviously with Zyros as well. Had the great qualifying, and then struggling a little bit with the tires, as I saw a little bit up there with Henry. Is Henry making any time up? Is he going to be able to stay in the DRS of Cookie? Cookie obviously making the biggest improvements up to P4 from 14th. Tachoubi running his own race right now. Nobody around him, and also with Raptor and Cloud. I think Tachoubi, if they can hold on to this, I mean, they might be out of second place right now. They're 9 seconds back. We got about 2 laps go. If Tachoubi can maintain staying within 10 seconds of Raptor, then he will take second place. That's going to be a tough one, though. Watch Cookie go through one of the toughest corners on this track. A little bit of a lockup, getting through it really smoothly. Like what I'm seeing. Is Henry going to be able to do anything? Go back and see. He's barely holding on to it. I hate to say this, but I think this race is going to be set in stone unless something miracles. There is no safety cars or VSCs, and we got a little bit of a battle back here still between Andy and Matto. Is Matto trying to save this for this DRS zone? It's the only way it's going to work. Trying to save battery. You know what? We'll wait till we see here. Oh, gave you guys a sneak peek. Oh, gave you guys a little sneak peek. It looks like Andy has way more battery. So I think that's going to be set in stone. As Zyros back here. Cookie looking good. Looks like the Tachoubi is holding into that 10-second delta. Should be able to get P2 out of this. Wasn't a very exciting race, but it was an exciting start. Looks like Raptor and Cloud tires have equaled out at this point. It looks like Raptor's fallen off a little bit. That's a lot of Tachoubi to catch up right there. Cookie is holding off Henry. Henry is out of DRS, and I don't think we're going to see anything on there. As Raptor, with the 10-second penalty, we're going to see everybody cross the line now. Cookie with an amazing thing. Tachoubi coming in second. Raptor coming in third. Cookie, I got to give you props, Cookie. That was outstanding. I think that should be driver of the day no matter what. Henry coming down in 5th place. Zyros going to take up 6th. This is how much faster everybody else was. Almost got him, Matto, but Andy and Matto coming in 7th and 8th. Happy like pie, looking like they're going to be able to hold on to 9th. pretty far ahead of anybody else around them. This is going to take a minute till we see Edge, Winbro, and Logan, who are pretty spread out. So I think that's what we're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, as our finishing order. We got Edge, Winbro crossing the line, and Logan. Look how dirty that car gets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at our driver. Race winner is Cloud. Fastest lap is Raptor. Driver of the day is Cookie, and most overtakes is Cookie, and I'll agree with that. Cleanest driver is Cloud, and I'll tell you why cleanest driver Cloud. He only had to pass 2 people this entire race because he had nobody else to contend to. They could not keep up with his time. As we're going to go ahead and read through this. Cloud, Chichubi, Raptor, Cookie, Henry, Zyros, Andy, Matto, Happy Like Pie, Edge, Winbro, Logan, Ferrari Nut, Nick Aro. I think I'm missing one more, but I cannot scroll down on it. Let's go ahead and scroll down, and Kareem coming in dead last, unfortunately. All right, let's see, actually. Today of all days, I kind of feel like doing a little bit of an interview. Does anybody want to do an interview with me today? I'm open to interviews if anybody would like to. All right,
Yo.
Cloud. It looks like you're the only one that wants to hop in an interview. I normally don't do this because I normally don't have enough time. But today, I have one. We are still live on MRL. I can't really necessarily switch the screen, but everybody could hear you. Cloud, what an amazing race. How comfortable did you feel out there with your setup?
Pretty comfortable. Yeah, pretty comfortable. Yeah, I was just lucky, I think, to break away there at the beginning on like the cold tires and stuff. So yeah, yeah, pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I mean, everybody else was on those hard tires and you started on the mediums. And I
Yeah.
definitely could tell in the beginning, I was like, oh, maybe those mediums might fall off. How did those tires feel when they started to get worn? Because you were still able to hold that pace.
I mean, there was a big drop off like after the first lap, but like after that it was pretty consistent. So like I was confident that I just held a pace, like a certain delta, and I just stuck to it, and then yeah, it was just pretty light from there. They didn't really fall off too badly.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. I didn't feel too much of a massive difference when I was in the tier 2 race on the fall off, which like you do on other tracks. So this track was easy to hold on to worn tires. But my biggest question for you is when you did go put those hards on and you had to pass two people and you were kind of held up because I looked at Supply Raptor and Tatubi and they came out in clean air, but you were kind of held up, but you made good clean work. Was it tricky to pass them when you knew they were on worn hards and you were on clean hards?
It was. Obviously, this track and with this game having no slipstream and stuff, um, it was just like I wasn't gonna do a stupid move because like I know the undercut is quite large, so yeah, I mean it was difficult just because people had low wings and stuff like that. So yeah, even with the tire delta.
Yeah, I completely understand that, but man, uh, hold on one second. I gotta admit, the pace you had out there was phenomenal. I actually have a big question. I hope Supply Raptor will join after me, after you, because I have some questions for you on how did that qualifying go?
Mm. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how. Like I generally tend to do quite well in the wet, it's in qualifying and in race. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be that well. The lap did feel good. Like it was a good lap besides the hairpin, but like I didn't expect the gap to be that large, especially considering that the other two drivers, I believe, went out after I did. So I was happy with it. It was a nice lap. Felt great.
My question for you is: did you go out there and this is kind of what I was saying when I was commentating because this is like a normal thing. Did you go out there with high fuel load to put in a bunch of laps, or did you go out there just to run one lap?
Nah, just one lap.
One lap.
Main
Okay.
reason was like I could tell already I mean, it seemed like I had good pace on the
Mm-hmm.
rest of them, so I was like, let's just send it. What's the worst that could happen?
What a great
So yeah,
mentality.
I was like, let's just send it.
That's awesome to hear. I mean, you were able to put in a heck of a qualifying. I know we had that weird restart, but both starts you had a good one. able to hold off. That first restart or that first start was absolutely chaotic. I don't know if you saw what was happening behind you because you were just a class of the field and checked out, but everything you should have seen behind you was chaotic.
Yeah, I saw on the mini map a little bit, but yeah, I didn't. I'll have to look back on that.
You should watch the first restart. It was absolute chaos because then that Ferrari came floating by you. Um, Anything else you would like to add about your race? I mean, you've had a hell of a season. I've watched you multiple times and just saying nobody can touch Cloud. So
Um, I mean, yeah, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, for the rest of the last two races, I can at least get a P1 or P2 or stop Estenva from winning because I mean, I
yeah,
think the drivers championship, it's quite a stretch, but he can still win it, and I don't doubt that Estenva can just win it over me like the last two races. So,
I agree with that. I've
I
seen some of
think
the pace and I've commentated those races, and Esteban has just absolutely raw pace, and sometimes you can't hold on to it. And yeah, you've always looked like the most stable driver out there. So
thanks.
I hope to see some good battling the last two races of this season.
Yep, me too.
All right, thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna go ahead and bring
No,
Supplier after you now.
right, thank you.
Supply Raptor, how are you
Yo,
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, very unfortunate with that 10-second time penalty because you had a crazy good race. My biggest
Oh
question for
yeah.
you, my biggest question for you, is I asked Cloud, how was that qualifying?
I go talk about. I did put the lap together, so I mean, and I just got on to freaking join the lobby, so I wasn't warmed up, bro.
I completely understand you on that one. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get that brain to work as hard as you want it to race these high tempo leagues. Uh,
Right.
how was that start for you?
Exactly.
Not the first one, the second one. How did that work out for you? I know you got a little bit of
Oh
battle
yeah.
with
So,
Chichubi there.
bro, the first one was fun as heck, bro. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, second one, second start was good. Um, second start was good. Was taking it easy at the start. On my tires and stuff. Letting
You
Cloud
just
burn his tires a little bit.
Yeah, you
Uh,
started on the hards. You started the hards, and actually,
so
I want to ask you about that. When you got going
yeah.
on those hards, and obviously Cloud ran out there. Were you expecting and waiting a little bit, kind of conserving those hards, waiting for those mediums to fall off on Cloud?
I was conserving a little bit, but at the start, no.
You were just kind of laying into it and hoping, and because I saw a couple
Yeah.
slidey moments, and I was really impressed. Because if I remember correctly, you started behind Chuby when he when the first couple laps, and you got by him, and then you
No. Uh, oh yeah. Yeah. I started. We got he got past me,
yes.
and then we was trying to work together to try to catch up to Cloud and stuff. But
Yeah,
I guess the mediums was a better tire to start on. So
I've made those mistakes. I did that last week. I know we had a break, but I did the same thing at Spa. I started on hards thinking that was going to be the better one, but then I ended up in sixth place because everybody else was on mediums. But my question for you is I saw you were blitzing into that pit road, and as soon as I clicked on you, he's coming in too quick. And unfortunately, you got that 10-second.
yeah, I know, man. I was so freaking mad, bro. Bruh.
As
Oh
everybody in
my
chat, we
god.
both agreed. It's like, oh no, Supply Raptor. I mean,
Exactly, bro.
it would have made a little bit of difference, unfortunately, because I think starting on the mediums was the better
Right,
choice.
exactly.
But hey, any last things you want to say to the chat and everybody else about your race?
Well, oh, they can hear me. They can hear me.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh shoot. What's up, chat? Uh, uh, I think. I mean, Frank, if I freaking got on in time and did some laps, then I think I could have been fine. but and I did hook up the lap in the wet, so
That was the
and it
tricky
was running
part.
low wings in the wet. Yeah.
That was the tricky part.
So
All right.
oh yeah,
That
bro.
qualifying
Whew.
was interesting. And you know what? I kind of like those qualifyings. I don't know about you, where it's like who can hold on to the car the best in that rain. You know,
Oh yeah, bro.
it brings a different driver out of people. I don't know about how you feel about that, but
For real, but for real, I mean, it depends like how like I mean it. I think it tests the driver,
yes,
but
it tests the driver, what kind of setup they decided to put in, because, you know, I couldn't see that as a commentator, as everybody out there in the chat when I was saying is like, I don't know what's going to happen in the race. So I don't know what kind of setup everybody's going to want to run. Are they going to sacrifice their qualifying for a good race setup? So that's interesting.
yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I guess the low wings did work because I was
Agreed.
definitely running a race setup in quali.
Yeah, that makes it
So
tricky. I 100% agree with you. All
yeah,
right,
but
Supply Raptor.
yeah,
Anything else you want to add? Anything else? I mean, you technically came in second. You got a little messed up on that blitz in the pit road.
yeah, man.
This is a tricky pit road because you can't really see the line, so you push really hard, and all of a sudden it sneaks up on you.
Oh
So
yeah. I could have pitted last lap, but I think I didn't want to risk it. My tires being dead so quick. Um, so I could so that way I could come out to cloud uh a little closer. It could have been a little
mhm.
easier. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah, but then you run the
but
risk of running out of mediums. I mean, it's a tough call.
is
It's always a tough
exactly.
call.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But I can tell you this right now, bro. I can tell you this right now, bro. On my second run on the inters, the car felt the car felt good. But on the
Yes,
third lap, on the final one,
as I was
it was
saying,
like
as I was,
ice.
oh really? Because they just smoked too quick. That's a good thing to know,
I
everybody
don't
out
know.
there. Like everybody, like
Yeah.
those inters really only can handle about 2 hard pushes, no matter what fuel load you put in it. That's important to know.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's it. That's it. It was a fun race though.
All right. All right. You could
Yeah.
stay. You could stay in here for a second. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining Moose Racing League's Tier 1 of Japan. We got next weekend. Where are we racing at next weekend, Supply Raptor?
I think it's I think it's Bahrain. I think it's Bahrain.
Bahrain. What a
I
gross
think it's. Let me
track.
check. But yeah, it's Bahrain. It's Bahrain.
What a
It's
gross
Bahrain.
track. I mean, there's more passing opportunities, but that is a boring track
Yeah,
to race, a boring track to watch. But we will see what happens. All right, everybody. Thank you so
exactly.
much for joining us. Supply Raptor, good job coming in. Unfortunately, third. It was definitely a second place. Cloud came in first place with an amazing, dominating. I hate to say it to you, Supply Raptor, dominating performance, but I think it was just tire decisions. And the Tatubi coming in second only because you're 10-second. And actually, he had a little bit of an incident. That's what I wanted to talk to him about. But unfortunately, he's not going to join our interview box. So thank you so much. See you later.